Cool.
Don't you?
I have a German Shepherd.
I
think I have it a little bit more difficult than you.
There's a timeline on if this thing doesn't get popped off.
John's talking about how he's going to quit the pod in the next 3 weeks if it doesn't get popular
but Zach
enough.
says...
I said a year or two. That is very realistic.
You said we're far away. We've almost been doing it in a year.
Yeah. What do you think? It takes a lot of time.
No, I expect one day, one clip to pop off, and that be it.
Yeah.
I can't do this for 6 years. By then, I would have a 6-year-old. And probably several other little kids.
Yeah, it's only an hour a week, but...
Oh, you just told me... I have to watch a movie, and then you have to pod it.
Okay.
And I got other things I like to do.
Yeah, like watch the Braves lose by 8 points.
I didn't know they were going to effing lose by 8 points.
John made us start the pod 30 minutes late today. I wanted to get this out before the podcast.
I can't believe that you're acting like 30 minutes is such a big deal.
It's a big deal.
Why? Tell me why.
I want to play my games.
Oh, my God.
Oh, so watching a bunch of adults mess around with sticks and balls is cooler than playing video games.
How many fans do you have watching your video games?
I don't stream them.
The Braves have a lot.
Yeah, you're not on the Braves.
Maybe
you're
you
just
should
one of the
stream,
fans.
and that's how
you're
you
just
get
in the
famous
crowds.
anyway.
I'm out here on the front line. I'm standing at home plate. You're just sitting in the back clapping for me.
What you're doing is the same as a kid hitting a ball with a stick in his backyard. There are professionals who play Call of Duty and have fans. You're not one of them.
Harsh truth.
All right. Just run it.
Oh, the intro?
Yeah.
F you.
Maybe that'll make my toot.
Movie night. Movie night. Movie night. Ain't no doubt we about to watch one. Movie night. Turn it on. Gotta get it started. Let's watch a movie tonight. 'Cause movie nights are always the best of times. Got to keep on watching. Keep on watching. Got to keep on watching. Keep on watching.
Got to keep on watching, and that we do, folks.
That we do.
Welcome back for the second day of Fright Night.
John, how you doing today?
I'm doing great. I just watched the Braves game. Unfortunately, they lost.
Oh, man. Yeah, every time we lose, it makes that group message more and more miserable.
Yeah.
We have a group message put together by somebody that's just Phillies fighting Braves fans.
Oh, that one. Yeah, that last
Matty
text
Sweeney
just absolutely. Dad
yeah.
started that. He's not even he doesn't even watch. And
Yeah,
then
he
he's
could have left me out of it, Pop. Because I
hate
really
that.
don't care.
I wish he never started that shit. And then we always lose, and the Phillies fans are absolute scum of the earth.
Scum.
And they send you the biggest load of shit. Welcome to Philadelphia. Oh my God, I hope we cream him tomorrow so I can
Welcome to Atlanta.
Yeah,
I'll read it
reply
there.
back and say S-A-D, Matt. S-A-D. And then they were chopping. They were doing the Braves chop.
The Phillies were?
Yes.
Oh, what?
The stadium was popping off the
Insolent
chop.
fools.
Couldn't even look at that freaking text.
But yeah, we're doing this podcast on, I'm going to mute. It's not switching too much, I'll make sure. We're doing this podcast on Wednesday. The reason is because we went on a fishing trip with Chisholm Mill. It was a blast.
Came back with a new sponsor. Not going to name any names.
Yeah.
We are not sponsored by Buc-ee's.
But we do got some Buc-ee's gear. Yeah, you just full frontaled your crotch to the camera. That'll be good.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I love that place.
what, Buc-ee's?
Can't believe you didn't like it first time.
I mean, Buc-ee's gives you anxiety.
Yeah, but I love it.
First time, Buc-ee's, didn't like it. I always get out of there quick, though.
The club.
It's like a gas station to me. I mean, I'm still just like, I'm not going to roam around Buc-ee's. What am I looking there for?
Last time I got these Buc-ee's nuggets and Zach ate them all.
Yeah, that's right. I was accused of eating all of John's Buc-ee's nuggets. Did Taylor like them?
Yeah, Taylor thought they were okay.
Oh.
Thought you
well,
would
we
like
know
them.
who loved them.
Yeah,
Our boy
D-Man.
Daryl.
Yeah. he ate all the Buc-ee's nuggets, and every
And then
time
blamed me.
he made you aware that he went and took a trip to get the nuggets. You know,
Yeah.
Man, I really love these nuggets. I can't stop eating them. I heard him say that like 10 times, and then
Yeah, he's telling me that a lot too.
who ate all my Buc-ee's nuggets? And he said,
Well, I had a couple.
yeah, but it was Zach and Dana, man. They were munching on those
I only
things.
ate like 2 at a time.
he was slamming.
Yeah,
the
he went
Buc-ee's
back for
nuggets.
200 trips.
Yeah.
But yeah, so the fishing trip, we go on this 12-hour fishing trip, and it is an excursion. And also, John was a bit of a little girl.
Oh my God! Come from a guy who couldn't catch any fish.
I caught the fish. You didn't catch any bigger fish than I did.
I caught a massive grouper. Massive.
No, Matt caught the massive ones.
There
You
were
caught
several
like a 2-year-old grouper.
You caught a
know.
white snapper that we kept just to make you feel good. I said, these things in season? He said, nah, but they won't miss this one.
Yeah.
Well, let 'em feel
unfortunately
good.
for the grouper, John reeled it up to the top and then puked in its face. That's
I never
how John,
puked once.
That's how bad
The seas were rough out there.
This is how bad
dude.
John was on this trip. I looked at all the guys because John is technically the boss out there, and I said, "That's our boss, huh?"
Dude, the boat was 50 feet long, and these waves looked like they could capsize.
Yeah,
the damn
they were
thing.
nuts. I
It
mean,
was intense.
54-foot long boat
Yeah.
and waves that were at least 300 feet,
It
30
was
feet
fun
tall.
once I got over that first 3 hours.
A quarter of the trip.
Hey, I mean, it was a 12-hour trip. There was still lots of fun to be had.
But I'll tell you, a 12-hour trip is the way to go. The only issue is having to deal with Florida locals once they catch your fish. Because
What
this
do you
dude pulls up to Matt and is like, "Hey, man, nice to meet you, Florida local." And I'm like, "Yeah, buddy. It's written all over your face. You don't gotta tell me you're a Florida local."
What was wrong with his face?
Huh?
What was wrong with his face?
I mean, it's Florida local. It's just like a white guy, tank top, long shorts, and is the tannest man
Perma-tan,
you've ever
yeah.
seen. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're just like, okay. I know.
Well, you know what? I might have gotten seasick, but at least the first mate wasn't yelling at me the whole time.
I think I was getting nervous that the first mate was yelling at me, but I think it was misdirected and it was actually Todd
So
getting the heat.
When you dropped your line, it would move with the way the boat was going, and you had to follow your line across the boat, and it was
I got
like a
good
whole
at it.
assembly line. Yeah, I was nailing it. Well, Zach seemed to be getting yelled at. We definitely both thought it was Zach.
I was very nervous.
There's a chance it might have been Todd or Ray.
Because you don't expect, you just paid these guys a lot of money to be on their boat. They're supposed to like be cracking jokes from past experiences. You're trying to
This
make
guy
lighten
was
the
working
mood.
his ass off. I'll give him that much.
Yeah, so you either get a funny fisherman and no fish, or you get hella fish, huge fish,
With an asshole.
and an asshole.
Because he said, follow your line. If you don't follow it, we're going to be doing this all effing day.
And I'm just sitting
talking
there
about untangling him.
shaking, thinking, "Oh God, I hope a 40-pound grouper doesn't just yank this rod out of my hands."
So Zach, it was definitely looked like it was him yelling at Zach. Come to find out later, I think he was yelling at Todd.
He was really mad, Todd.
But we definitely all thought he was yelling at Zach, me and Zach. And I go back to start at the beginning of the assembly line, and Zach's just standing
I'm
there.
standing to John's
with
right, and I
his-
just got the pull over the edge.
with his rod not dropping his anchor, the weight. Anyways, I'm like, dude, are you going to fish or not? And he said, I don't know, I'm too scared.
This guy, like, there's a couple, like, we won't go in every story, but there were 4 or 5 occasions where these guys were just like, "What are you guys, effing idiots?" We were just like,
Yeah,
kind
Ray
of
was
ignored
fishing
them.
upside down.
Yeah, Ray got roasted, Ty got roasted, everybody was getting roasted out there.
Yeah, it was fun.
But not by the sun, because it was cold.
But we caught a ton of fish.
Yep. But anyways, we watched The Exorcist, and I don't know what people were thinking back then.
You don't like it?
You liked it?
I liked it definitely better than Hellraiser.
I rated it better than Hellraiser, but it was still just like not scary, just gross.
Oh, I thought it was pretty scary.
I
I put it on a 7.2
gave it a 5.4
scare factor.
rating.
Oh. Drats. All right, let's do our rating on the count of 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3. 7.8.
5.84.
Wow.
Maybe I just don't. I wasn't like scared.
What did you think you were gonna do? Shit your pants? I mean, it was.
I don't want to be making like a disgusting face. All I'm doing is like, ugh.
Yeah,
It's not like
I think I liked. You did 5.4,
7.8, 6.4.
6.6.
Yep, that was close.
Um,
Rounds up.
yeah, I
thought it was gross. The little girl kept saying some nasty stuff.
That was
shocking. It was disgusting.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I had so much time because John showed up 30 minutes late to the podcast. Don't want to keep bringing it up.
I didn't really show up 30 minutes late because I warned you. And then secondly, I could have showed up on time and you tricked me into remaining late.
Anyways, so I was doing some research. Like I was like, The Exorcist Explained on YouTube. And they said that people were walking out of the theater. But it wasn't about all the weird stuff that the girl was saying. It was about like the hospital scene where they're like putting needles in her neck and then like blood flows out. People were like, nope.
Oh, then they left at the right time because it gets a lot worse than that, Chief.
Gross.
The stuff that they were that she said was gross.
It was disgusting. A lot of stuff, and I don't even want to like
say.
No, there's no way.
The girl was 10, and she'd be like, stabbing herself in the private, saying,
"Oh yeah," with a cross,
saying like "F me." JC.
Yeah,
I can't believe this stood the test of time. I can't believe people watched this in 1973. I rated it high because I thought it was spooky. I thought they did a great job for 1973. I was like shocked.
The only scene I really thought was good was like the classic final exorcism scene. I thought that was a good scene.
She kills the guy?
No, he kind of throws himself out the window.
True. That scene,
she kills
when she's in the bed, is so Jonah Hill from...
Oh, I said it out loud. Like, are you, Jay? Are you really?
It's just like that.
Is the power of Christ compelling me?
They say the same exact stuff that they say.
Yeah, it's probably just like...
shot for shot.
I was also thinking of like Scary Movie. I didn't know if that was like intertwined, but I couldn't think of the scene.
No, I'm sure this is in Scary Movie.
When the girl, I guess it's the girl from The Ring, but she like, they're like underneath and they're like, she's like, oh, thank you, you freed me from the curse. And they're like, really? And she's like, no. But the whole thing with the demon... I was freaking out a little bit because I'm writing my plot summary and I figure out the name of the demon.
Yeah.
I'll say it one more time and that's it. Because I'm afraid I don't want this to be a Beetlejuice situation.
Alright, say his name.
Pazuzu.
Oh yeah, they say
so
Pazuzu.
The demon statue at the front, that was him. And then the dogs were fighting around it. And then there's clips, like I saw this in the video too, where it's too dark for us to tell, but there were multiple scenes where like you could see that statue inside of their home. Like the mom walks away from her daughter's room after closing the window, like after that dude dies. He's in the corner, you just can't see him. Stuff like that.
Speaking of the fishing trip and this movie, we were eating breakfast on the way out.
Oh, that's the scariest part about the whole thing.
And they were all like, we went to breakfast with like 4 guys on the trip, and we're like, yeah, we're watching The Exorcist, we're gonna review it. They're like, ooh,
oh,
that's a toughie.
You know about The Exorcist curse.
A lot of guys who saw The Exorcist were cursed. And lots of people...
I trust you know of The Exorcist curse. And like they all agreed.
A lot of people, kill themselves after watching that movie.
Yeah. It was like we went to bed early and they were like, you know what would be really funny? Tomorrow at breakfast, let's just F with them.
Yeah, it was crazy. I'm sure you heard of all those guys who, during filming killed themselves. That movie, they say it's got a curse on it, but you guys should really like it.
No. Like, curses?
Run back this Exorcist curse really quick before we commit to watching this thing. Yeah, that was when I was like...
Okay.
They're like, you better research it before you do your pod.
No.
I didn't.
Yeah, no
look
chance.
into it.
It's like the Power Rangers curse. You know how cursed those people are?
How cursed?
Terribly. Like,
do you know how cursed the Power Rangers
terribly cursed.
Yeah, what are the words?
They like all die.
Every Power Ranger
I don't know. No, that's crazy. But like, if there was a new cast of Power Rangers and I was eaten over there by that studio in Fayetteville, when they said you'd be perfect for the Red Power Ranger, I'd say nope.
Yeah, right.
I would be scared.
You would do it though.
Duh.
And then you'd die.
Yeah, I'd turn to a crackhead or something.
Things cursed is being cast as Dumbledore.
Dumbledore?
White 90-year-old man.
dropping like flies. We can't keep those 90-year-olds.
guys have died.
Yeah.
It's like if you're white, 90 years old, and you want to play Dumbledore, then you're gonna die.
Oh, jeez. Oh, no, I thought I had more than 10 years left.
Talk about a cursed role.
But yeah, so the hospital scene in this movie, there's like a radiologist, and it's this dude, and he's got a beard, and he's in the back of the scene.
Yeah.
And this is also just caught on this video. Turns out he was like, who was that, who was the dude that just got the Netflix documentary about killing all the gay black dudes?
Whoa. John Wayne Gacy?
No, Bundy.
Ted Bundy.
No, starts with a D at the end.
Dahmer. Jeffrey
Dahmer.
Yeah.
He was Jeffrey Dahmering people, but he just didn't get as much clout as Jeffrey Dahmer.
Who did?
The guy, the actor who was playing the radiologist, they're like, and this guy is, there's actually an actual killer in this scene. This isn't from the movie. This guy.
How many guys did he kill?
I didn't see, I know his name, it was like Paul something, but I don't know his number.
Man, he probably got possessed from the Exorcist curse.
Yeah. Jeez.
All right, I'll read my plot summary.
Paul Bateson.
All right. Plot summary. Wait, what'd you give this on a scare factor?
3.
3.
I gave Pinhead a 2.
I gave this a 7.2. You
Scary
gave it a
movie.
3.
Saw.
5.1. Saw's just gross too. It ain't like super scary.
Saw, the first Saw is respectable at least. There's a game to be played and stuff.
All right, well, we gave this a 5.1 scare.
Okay.
It's probably fair. You douched it. I gave it too high. All right, plot summary. The daughter of a famous actress randomly becomes possessed by a demon that may or may not have originated from a sketch artifact found in Iraq. After taking her to countless doctors and psychiatrists, the mother, Chris McNeil, knows there's something else changing her daughter from a sweet loving girl into Amy Schumer. She consults a Catholic priest and convinces him to perform an exorcism on her daughter. 2 priests buy little Reagan's freedom in exchange for their lives.
The Amy Schumer line was funny.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, she's gross, but she just had some good clip that I was like, I still don't like you, but...
Oh, what'd she do?
Someone saying something into the Instagram where it was like, if you think what's going on over in Palestine or whatever is yada, 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 then you're an idiot. Yeah.
That was her saying that?
Pretty much.
Wow.
I didn't quote it.
Yeah. I mean,
all right, this is my plot summary.
You did say yada, yada, yada.
Yada, yada, yada. All right, plot summary. The Exorcist is deemed one of the scariest movies of all time, which for the life of me, I cannot understand. The movie follows Reagan, a little girl who is possessed by a demon, Pazuzu. The demon has a potty mouth. I know.
That's 2.
I know. And to make things worse, he's talking through the little girl. The possession continuously gets worse throughout the film, all the while getting more and more disgusting. Not scary, disgusting. The only saving grace was the final big scene when the exorcism takes place. Although the writers could have saved us all some time, exercised some restraint, and not made this movie. Exercised.
Nice.
I just wanted to put that in there.
That was very good.
I think the movie should have been made. I'm not trying to hate on it that much.
I thought it was good. I thought it was better than you. I just wish it did without all the 10-year-old girl sex
was disgusting.
Stuff. Yeah, it was gross.
Yeah, and it was like...
She said the C word.
She twisted some dude's D one time, and that was pretty funny.
That was pretty good.
Yeah.
She used the C word. She had an ing at the end. Never heard it used like that.
Yeah, and the demon goes full British for that one. Do you know what your daughter did? And then she says just a harsh word.
Yeah.
But that when they did that, they were talking.
Most of what she said was gross.
It was disgusting.
Yeah.
I was like,
I wish that they would have said like more non stuff like that.
Anything but. Yeah. Like done the stuff like at the end
like
when
the
they were like,
is she's possessed and it's like evil and it's shocking and that's what's going on. I could do without. Maybe
Yeah.
I'm not made for these kind of movies.
I know.
I'm only watching
That
them
might
because
be why I'm rating
my
them
producer
so low.
Hudson likes them so much.
Yeah, and he doesn't show up
He didn't even
anymore.
want to show up.
Yeah, what a bum.
Well, he better be here for Poughkeepsie
I
tapes
won't
because if
watch
I
it.
have to watch a bunch of bullshit and he's not going to be here, I don't even want to watch.
Yeah.
Psycho likes nightmares. He should be in here talking about how much he loves
Likes
this
nightmares.
shit.
Another psycho that likes nightmares, and our sister is married to him, Matt, who also should have been on the podcast today. They're just dropping like flies. Matt said, yeah, sure, I'll be on the podcast. Right when he said that, I said,
No, you won't.
he won't be on the podcast.
He won't be there. Okay. Yeah. What about opening scene? Opens with this priest in Iraq, and then he finds this artifact.
I don't know how the demon got to this girl's house.
But was that artifact there?
Yeah.
At one point, they find it at the... Is that what they find at the bottom of the stairs when that one guy dies being pushed out our window?
The necklace?
Was that the artifact at the beginning?
The necklace was with the old dude who was at the beginning taking like morphine and the little Altoid tablets.
What was
you see him?
his
He was
deal?
like dying.
Was he possessed in that part?
No, I think he was just really old and dying, and they probably had some crazy sweet drugs back then. It was like
saved him.
It was like, Doc, my stomach's hurting. They're like, take a shot of morphine.
What?
Here's some morphine tablets. I'll get you through lunch.
I didn't understand the whole part in Iraq.
Oh, I didn't get it either. And then it just jumps to Georgetown. I'm like, how did... I mean, I hope this demon has frequent flyer miles because he's got a far trip ahead of him.
So was that little artifact he found...
I had to do something with it, but then he looked at it and then found that statue, and then it was like... and then the dog started fighting, and it was all chaos, trying to symbolize that around the demon is chaos. There's another time they're in the hospital, and there's two boys fighting in like the lobby of the hospital.
Was this in your video?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not.
That seemed too good.
Yeah, please.
Seems scholarly.
I'm more like, I hope I don't say the demon's name too many times.
That part didn't make any sense.
For this one.
Did you recognize the old man in Iraq?
No.
He is the Raven from Game of Thrones.
What?
That old man in the tree?
Oh, no way, snap.
Which is crazy because this
alive?
was made in 1973.
Yeah, and he looked old.
This guy looked like he was 70 there.
God, I hope that guy doesn't turn to Dumbledore anytime soon.
Yeah, otherwise he's going to be good.
He's screwed.
He's going to have a double dose of the Exorcist curse and the Dumbledore curse.
Jeez Louise, this guy fights off curses.
Man, if you're sitting outside Trilith and they ask you to be Dumbledore, nope.
Yeah.
Will not.
Yeah, no thanks.
Dumbledore dies.
Yeah, you know it'd be really scary if like the Dumbledore from
came back to life.
No, Jude Law.
Yeah.
Then it would start getting a little bit iffy.
That'd be a little sketch.
Because he's healthy age.
Yeah.
I'm sure he's older than I think he is, but I think healthy age.
He's probably like 50. Yeah.
2.
Yeah.
I'm going to say 52.
That.
You know, what's your guess? You can't do 52.
55.
You would do that.
Why would I do that?
50 on the dot. 40 years away from being Dumbledore.
He just has one of the worst widow's peaks, or best, depending on the way you look at it, which makes his hairline look receding extra.
Are you sure he's not just receding and that the widow's peak, was he young and had the same hairdo?
I don't know.
I think when you have a widow's peak, we're in that boat. You start receding on the lefts and rights first.
It could be
Goes
worse.
Back. Yeah. I shaved my head, and this girl said, I think I've already said this on the pod, but she said, oh, your hair's receding a little bit, and I got offended.
Yeah.
I said, it's a widow's peak, idiot. Never talking to you again.
Oh, that's good stuff.
But yeah, the girl also pees on the floor and then looks at a dude. They're having a little dining party being way too loud for a little girl sleeping like upstairs.
Yeah.
But she pees on the floor, looks at this dude and says, you're going to die up there. And I was like, wow. I'm leaving.
Did the guy die up there?
I don't know. They kept talking about that Burke guy. And I was like, who the hell is Burke? I couldn't put a name to the face.
Oh, I think he was the guy that was calling like the butler a Nazi and they got into a fight.
Like the weird director dude?
What was up with that?
I think it was tense times to be a German in America.
Yeah. He's like, I'm Swiss. And he's like, no, you're not. He's like, you're a freaking Nazi.
Kill you.
Yeah.
Yeah, he went nuts.
Do you think the butler was a Nazi?
Huh?
Do you think he was a Nazi? Seemed like he got oddly offended.
Yeah.
And Burke seemed to know that guy's a Nazi.
Maybe Burke was going to war.
I think that was Burke.
Crazy thing would be if the butler actually did Burke.
And I'm also thinking...
He didn't.
Oh.
He didn't. I mean, his neck was turned around crazy.
I do think that must have been Burke that she was talking to and said, you're going to die tonight.
Okay.
Because it makes sense.
Right. He died.
Died up there.
He died eventually.
He did die up there.
Yeah. Got thrown out a window, I guess.
Yeah.
Kept throwing people through that window.
That window, that's cursed.
Yeah, that window's cursed. Yeah, they moved out. I think that's the first step. Like, you see a lot of these scary movies.
If you have some sketch happen, you have to leave a house.
You see a lot of scary movies, and you're like, oh, it's just creaks. And then you hear, like, Mama, in the walls. That's when I would have been like, no.
You leaving?
I would have left immediately. There's a lot of places where they could have just, I don't know if the demon's like, shoot.
Yeah.
Shoot. They left. I guess I gotta wait for the next one, or he's like, no, that's it. I'm going with them.
Yeah, well, we always grew up in houses that were pretty much new.
I don't know, man. When we lived in the Brooks house, I kind of thought it was cursed.
How would that one have gotten cursed?
Well, I don't think it was cursed in like, but it was like a big house. I was on the second
floor. You were just young and a puss.
And every time the floor squeaked, I was like, oh yeah. Yeah, you don't remember running up from the basement?
And you don't remember crying about it because I left you in the dust?
I wasn't talking about that story.
Okay.
But every time we were in the basement and we turned off the lights to the stairs.
That's a effing basement, bro.
Yeah, but it was finished.
Everyone runs up from the basement.
It was finished, dude. It was just a scary house.
It's dark down there. It's a basement.
Yeah.
Everyone runs up.
Yeah, but I mean, geez. All right, let's break this up with some.
But okay. I'll tell you this: in a lot of scary movies, they like buy this old house. It's their dream house. It's in the middle of the woods.
Yeah. Why would that be your dream house?
I don't know.
I like a little seclusion.
It's like a big house. There's a lake. It's
a fixer-upper.
Yeah,
that's what
and
they
then
usually
you
say.
look at it. If I had to move in a house like that and it made like one squeak, I'd be like,
no,
I don't think I can do this old house thing. We're gonna have to tear this thing down to the studs, Chief.
Yeah, if that demon didn't get me the first night, you would have missed your chance. I would have been like, I'm going as far south as possible. All right, let's break this up. So I don't really have the scores. So,
Okay, you talked about when people left, like during her bleeding out the neck. Mm-hmm. That part was weird though in sketch.
Yeah, I mean the whole
CAT
scan they used.
Put the freaking thing in her.
I thought of a funny thing because the CAT scan they used just looked like something out of like a torture chamber.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, there's nothing wrong with your brain, but you got cancer now. I don't know how those machines worked back then, but I would not have trusted them.
They just let her shoot blood from her neck. You're supposed to put those little things in there to fill them up.
Yeah, why are you taking blood out?
I guess like to test her blood for stuff.
Yeah, how does an IV work? You prick it and then somehow it flows in, not out.
Oh, well, they got the gravity pushing it down into your system.
Okay, so blood doesn't go in because of gravity.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so.
That would be tight. A lot of people on podcasts do like liquid IVs. They're like, man, we've just been working too hard. We should like, if it ever gets big, we should just pop a liquid IV in here.
Oh, wait. They do them in their thing?
Yeah. They would come here and they would put like, they're like, you want some electrolytes, you want this, you want that. You're going to feel amazing. And then you
just drink them.
It's not Capri Sun, John. It's got to go straight to your veins. Plus, when it tastes good, it's an IV.
Oh.
You remember that place that we went to that, like, I think it's the same place that gave me testosterone?
Yeah.
But they gave you IVs? Those were pretty tight.
They gave you IVs?
Yeah, I swear. They, like, took our
blood what was in them?
I don't know. I didn't ask.
What was so tight about it?
I don't know. You feel good after an IV. Just watching it.
Not if it's
poison.
Chemo.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Sorry. I haven't had that.
There's
IV
all
yet.
kinds of IVs.
All right, we're playing Halloween Family Feud. I'll give you the points afterwards. They don't add up to 100.
That's fine.
So I'll just give you like what number your answer was.
Give me dragon.
Yeah. 1. All right. What's the worst kind of candy to get during trick-or-treating?
Whoppers.
Okay. Other than Halloween, what's another reason you might wear a costume?
Birthday party.
Name a stereotypical sexy costume for men.
For men. Police.
Nice. Name a stereotypical sexy costume for women.
Oh, do I want to go with nurse?
Good choice. What flavor of jelly bean do you avoid eating?
I don't even know. Licorice?
I'll give it to you. All right. With Whoppers, that was like the 9th answer. Definitely not top 5. It's actually like 12th. I just don't want to count down that far.
From when was this done?
Huh?
When was this performed?
The worst one is candy corn. Top answer, which is correct.
No, I even have candy corn in my house right now.
Well, then you're a freak. Did you eat it, or do you just leave it in a dark place?
It's on my counter, and occasionally I'm like, ooh, candy corn.
You say, ooh, candy corn?
Yeah, several people do. My candy corn actually has to constantly be refilled because people are always taking a piece of corn.
I mean, what? That's insane.
Whoppers is like so bad.
What'd you
Dots,
say for another reason to wear a costume?
birthday party?
Birthday party. That's like number 10.
Whoa.
Right now, you're not doing very good. Top answer was costume theme party. And that was for 150
Costume
points.
themed what kind of party?
Just a costume theme party.
Birthday party.
No, there's birthday on this list. / children's party. All right, you're off to a rocky start. Name a stereotypical sexy costume for men.
I had to get
Cop.
number 1.
130. Number 2 answer. You have yet to get a number 1. Number 1
Whoa.
firefighter.
That's what I was gonna guess next.
What, you don't get a second turn?
They always go
hey,
twice
hold
in
on,
it.
Steve
They always
Harvey.
go yeah, they go twice in every episode.
Yeah, but that's 2 different people and they don't hear the answers first.
Yeah, but if they say the answer,
You're
they just
ridiculous.
buzz them and they go again.
All right,
Let me
with
guess number 1. Firefighter.
Good job.
I knew it.
Idiot. Name a stereotypical sexy costume
Number 3
for
for
women.
that one would have been construction worker.
Lumberjack. Construction worker was 4.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
4. Okay, girls, nurse. I said
Nurse was number 1. You
Bunny,
got that
number
one
2.
Cat, number 2.
Where's Bunny?
Number 4. Specifically Playboy Bunny.
Yeah.
And then number 3 was French maid.
Oh, French
That'll
maid.
work. What flavor of jelly beans do you avoid eating? You said licorice. It was actually black licorice. I can't give you any points.
That's bullshit.
Everybody loves red licorice.
There ain't a red licorice flavored jelly bean.
No, okay, I'll give you that one. Black licorice, number 1 answer.
Okay.
260.
Give me another guess on the first one. That was the candy? I don't think you told me an answer.
I gave you candy corn.
Okay, well, let me guess number 2 or 3.
Okay, go for number 2, I guess.
Okay.
Since every game we play
Here
together,
we
you
go.
just take it some way off the rails.
Did you? Well, I mean, I think the people are interested.
Okay.
All right. Tootsie Roll.
Number 3. And
Okay.
honestly, Tootsie Roll's kind of slap.
Yeah, definitely better than Whoppers. And I had another guess.
Okay.
What I call it? Are dots on there?
Dots are low.
They're hot.
Like number 8.
Okay. People just didn't think about dots.
Yeah, you're missing number 2.
Is it a good one as far as bad goes?
No, yeah, I mean,
They're pretty bad.
you're pretty familiar with it.
Almond Joy.
No, black licorice.
Oh my God! No one gives you black licorice at Halloween. Where's
Everybody knows
Almond
better.
Joy? I feel like people douche those.
Almond Joy is number 6, which
I knew
is
it'd be
crazy.
high. Yeah,
number
yeah.
5 is apple /
I ate an
fruit.
Almond Joy today.
If somebody gave me an apple for Halloween, I never was one to vandalize a home on
I
Halloween.
say, what the hell?
I'd grab it, look at it, they close the door, and then I'd throw it through a window. If you gave me an apple on the one day where it's like, my
This is
parents
the
are
day you
letting
rot
me eat
your
candy.
teeth.
Yeah, but now you got to worry about like fentanyl and Halloween candy or whatever the heck it is. Mm-hmm. Why?
Why would people do that?
Yeah.
I don't really believe that.
Yeah, that
I
is
don't
a
believe people
wild
were
one.
putting razor blades in your candy. That like 1 year after 9/11 where we had to like empty our bags and make sure no one had unwrapped the shit.
Yeah, I was too young for that.
So what? Al Qaeda's living in this neighborhood and they want to cut my mouth to smithereens?
Yeah,
I don't know.
I hope not.
I don't know.
For your
man.
sake.
I'm not buying it.
But yeah, so back to the movie. We go through a lot of this girl just being nasty.
Yeah, she's just like perverse and talking to like
It's
F her,
the
and
demon
she's, like,
saying it, but it's through this little girl, and you're just like,
the actress
This is
is
the
like
face.
10 years old. Were you not at least pleasantly surprised with like the effects and stuff?
yeah.
I mean, it was
it's-
made in
okay.
1973. She turned her head all the way around where I was like, damn, that's pretty good.
I mean, I was impressed by that. I don't
She
understand how
looked
she lived
disgusting.
after.
She also looked spooky.
Yeah. I told you the final scene of it with that was good.
Yeah.
When she like projectile vomited green on the
was
priest's face,
hilarious.
I died laughing.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
And
that
then
wasn't
the other
spooky
dude-
to me, but it was funny.
Then she like hawks the nastiest loogie you've ever seen right on this dude's glasses. He just keeps rolling with the scriptures like a boss.
The first guy was completely disgusted.
Oh, he was
The second
disoriented.
guy. Oh, guess where the mom's from?
The mom.
The mom.
Yes.
She's a actress and she's from another movie. where
I don't know. I bet
much
she's
older.
old.
And
Is it like the Halloween? Is she the pumpkin lady? The
No.
witch?
hint, I recognized her. I was like, damn, I recognize her. and we had just watched a movie with her on the fishing trip.
No snap.
Who is she?
I don't know.
Oh.
Oh, whoa. Something in Tombstone? No, you said she was much older.
Much older. Not Tombstone.
I don't know.
You put this movie on.
Was it Friday?
It was Saturday.
Okay.
Because I was hammered Friday.
Friday, I wasn't my best.
Saturday, you hadn't even drink.
Yeah, because I was just like, oh, man.
Seasick like a little bitch.
Yeah. I had a beer on the way back on the boat. And usually that's what...
Interstellar. She's an Interstellar.
Oh, she's an Interstellar? What?
Who is she?
The old lady, the grandma version.
She's Merv.
You recognized her when she's 98 years old?
Her. I had to look her up.
Okay.
I had to look her up.
That's nuts. I would have never been able to tell that.
I recognized you, and then and I was like, I just saw you the other day. That's funny.
You were saying this to yourself?
I said it out loud.
I
recognize you. I push pause. I go to IMDb. I pull her up.
Those are good. I'm usually better than you at that stuff. Maybe not.
No, you weren't even close.
I catch some stuff.
You don't catch anything.
I got a pretty good
Everything
eye.
goes over your head.
Nothing goes over my head. I would catch it. Great line. And that's from Avengers. I think that was ad-libbed.
Oh, we're going to watch Loki? No.
Okay, no.
Batista's not that.
Batista, he didn't ad-lib that one, but I'm positive he ad-libbed this one. Where's Gamora? Who's Gamora? Why is Gamora?
That's really good.
That was
I'm not buying it.
He ad-libbed that one. I'll stand on that. I'll stand on that grave.
So they just so happen to switch the camera over to him?
I think they got about 8 cameras on everybody just for a glorious moment like that.
Do they?
Like if you film a movie with Will Ferrell, you just say go and you just let him roll.
In what world do you just let Dave Bautista say whatever he wants to say?
I think you get a couple of tries. Dave, I think
you're a WWE wrestler. You're lucky
you should
to have
shut
this.
up.
Just say what I wrote.
That's the thing, but I think you have a couple. It's like
glorious moments.
No, you have like 3 chances. And it's like okay, Dave, I don't think we're gonna do that, buddy. Just stick to the lines for this one. And then it's like, seriously, Dave, it's not in the script.
Then he nailed it.
Why is Gamora? They're like,
Dave!
You're back, son. You did it. Yeah, but Loki season 2, haven't even watched it. I kind of like it. I like episodes to build up.
Yeah.
But you didn't tell me it was trash, right?
I saw a couple things that it may or may not be a smidge bit trash.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you this. Maybe next week. Next week, what's the scary one?
Saw?
Is it Saw? No, I don't think so. I think it's something else.
Is it like The Witch? I don't remember anymore.
No, I didn't put The Witch on there, which sucks.
The Witch was so bad.
Well, next week on the second half, I'll be done with One Piece by next week for sure.
Oh yeah.
Next week, Hudson should be on it again because he made us watch Eyes Without a Face.
Yeah. So we need. Is that an Asian Japanese movie?
No, it's an old movie from 1960, and I think it's American.
Japanese.
I think it's American. I saw the lady; she looked American. I think a doctor's daughter loses her face in an accident, and he'll go to any lengths to get her face back.
Oh my gosh, this looks freaky.
Yeah,
it's in black and white too. It's only an hour and 28 minutes long, which almost seems scarier. Also, Poughkeepsie Tapes is right around that screen time too, hour 30.
Yeah, but Poughkeepsie Tapes look so bad. Like, I'm just terrified of it.
Yeah, because I'm nearly scared of Hudson. Yeah, and he's like, I shit my shorts.
Yeah,
I didn't even want to have nightmares after that for a little bit. I don't know what the heck. But yeah, you're in trouble when the doctors are like, because she's in like this room with like 6 doctors, and they're like, you thought of an exorcism? You're like, shit.
That was funny.
Yeah.
But they're like, wow, damn, doctor suggested the exorcism. Now they're like,
it's more to trick your mind. Like, they think they're being possessed.
It's possession, and maybe their mind will trick them to thinking they're possessed. Now they're not.
It kind of made sense.
Now this bra was truly possessed. I mean, she'd freaking fly. The bed would shake like a...
I don't get... What the hell happened to that dude's mom?
Yeah.
She was fine one day, then all of a sudden she's tripping balls in an insane asylum, then all of a sudden...
she's dead.
She died. And they said she died falling down at her house.
But she wasn't at her house.
That's why I was bamboozled.
Some things they would just jump around about. Like, how did she get possessed in the first place?
She just went manic, dude.
The guy went to Iraq. He never comes back. It looks like that must be like something to do with the possession there. Then they're at their house. The mom hears some shit upstairs. So what? In the attic, the demon was hanging out? What was his name again? They didn't
explain that. No, sir.
That's number 3.
Wow, trying to get me possessed.
Yeah.
But yeah, they jumped around a lot. But so the mom just dies. And then the priest gets convinced by the hot actress lady. He's like, yeah, sure. You know what? I'll go check. I'm pretty sure it's just a mental issue, but I'll go check on your daughter. And then he's like, these are the things we need to check for to make sure it's actually a possession. And she just starts ticking those things off the list. Yeah. It's like she's like using his mother's voice. She like says weird stuff. She's talking in Latin, and he's like, I don't know.
It totally might be possessed, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen worse.
Oh, speaking about possessions and curses and you being cursed, tell the story about
you being cursed
of the framer.
That is a funny story. This was weird, dude. So I work on a construction site. I'm the project manager, and I have to, like, every so often you get issues with trades, and at some point you're just like, listen, you show up at 8:30, you show up at 8:30. We're going to walk these houses.
Unless you two talk it out.
And we're going to settle this.
Yeah.
And so I'm just sitting back.
Whose fault is it?
Dana, all 3 of them are just looking at plans. They're all like, all 3 of them have tape measures. I'm like, guys.
Yeah.
Same distance. It's always going to be 52 inches.
52? Yep, 52.
52.
Yep, 52.
I got 15.2 and a 16th.
Yeah.
Who cares? But anyway, so the meeting's coming to an end, and I'm like, okay, you guys good? And then they're like, yeah, let's just check this one last thing. So my framer sits a set of plans on the ground. They kneel down, and he takes his hard hat off. But prior to this, he's got, like, I'm looking at his hard hat, and it's just an all-white hard hat. And on the side of it is, like, a crappy sketching of, like, a devil type of thing. Like, right on the right side of his helmet, it's just the devil. It, like, looks like Wilson from Castaway, but the devil. It's got horns. So anyways, on the right side, he's got the devil. He sits it down. And on the inside, the brim of his hat has my full name. Just across the brim, it says Zach Knight. And I kept it together. But once I told John, I was like, I didn't know what the hell was going on. But I was like, what? Why do you got my full name written in your helmet? And he's like, what? He's like, I'm looking at my full name in your helmet right now. Why do you have
this in front of everyone there, causing a scene?
I said, dude, why do you
What
have
is going on?
I said, why do you have my name in your helmet? And he said, oh, I must have taken it from you at some point. And I was like, I have met you 2 weeks ago, Jose. I didn't say that to him, but it just all started cooking in my head.
Yeah.
He must hate me.
And you didn't ever have a white helmet?
No, I don't think so.
So between your name and the devil
curse
could be a curse going on. A little Hispanic.
I really hope not. No, I just keep texting him. Good job. Like I passed all my rough inspections today, and I said, "Hey, man."
Said it looked like your handwriting, and then you later confirmed. You said, you know what, it did kind of.
If I wrote it in all caps, it was all capitalized, and maybe, but I don't know why the hell or when that even occurred.
Yeah.
And I know I didn't draw the devil. Yeah. I don't know, man. It was weird.
Man, one time I had one of those meetings with the framer and the trim guy, and I had to determine whose fault it was. That steps can only be like a quarter of an inch different in between each one, the riser height, and they were messed up. So I had, what was his name? Anyways, Efren and Hyro. And I met with them, and I was like, hey, who messed this up? But these two dudes knew each other from plenty of projects they had worked on. So they were over there talking in Spanish. And
really?
Yeah.
His Spanish?
His Spanish. They're talking in his Spanish.
I would have said,
and I said, oh.
¿Dónde está la biblioteca? And shut the hell up. I know y'all speak English.
Y'all gotta cut it out. Because I don't know what you're saying. I
used to walk up to all the guys because you can tell trades.
And they were like, "Oh, it's not my fault. It's not his fault. It must be Ozo's fault." Yeah.
Yeah. I used to like walk up to all the trades and I'd talk to them and they'd be like, they just stare at you with a blank face, like the same way that they're trying to explain
Inglés,
something to you.
And then they point upstairs.
That's all I do now.
Then you go upstairs and you go to one room and
I point at a guy and say English. He goes no, and he points, and then I'm just I'm on a scavenger hunt for a bilingual
Inglés,
person.
And he points next door, and then you go over there and he goes, I speak the fourth best English.
Buongiorno. Yeah. But the things that piss me off is the teenage kids. But they're like right off the boat from Mexico, because I told Roberto, one of my framers, I was like, why don't these teenage kids know English? And he was like, dude, they don't want to be here. They're just trying to make some money and go home. And I was like, oh, okay.
How much money before they're allowed to go home?
I don't know, but I was just shocked. Like, if you see like a 14-year-old kid out there, you're like, this kid probably knows English.
So you saw some really young kids and they didn't know English?
No.
With Jose?
No, Roberto, my last guy. I like Jose way better than my last guy.
Yeah, Jose is a beast. I can't believe he's trying to curse you.
Gosh, I know. What's his deal?
When I had a baby,
I've been saying only great things to him.
He gave me a huge gift bag with like the most clothes anyone's given me for Louise.
He just brought up Lou.
Yeah.
Yeah, great guy.
He's great. I can't
I don't know why
believe
he's
he would
cursing
curse you. I'm on Team Jose, dude.
I mean, he gets the job done quick, and he also he does my frame walks.
Oh,
he does my frame walks.
He has them all written
marks.
up,
It all says bolt, and then I look down, and there's already a bolt there. I'm like, fantastic. All I have to do is measure window and doors.
Yeah,
and he takes care of the rest. What a beast. But yeah, all right. I got one more game, and I say we rapido.
That sounds good.
All right,
it's you want to get back to your Call of Duty.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Acting like it's so ridiculous. Halloween draft. First draft we've done in a minute. I have 5. I've got 10 total, you know?
Yeah, so I'll hang with you.
All right, spookiest creatures. Do we have the coin, or do you want to just heads or tails?
Heads.
You go first.
There's nothing on there.
Yeah, but I let you go first. I just didn't want to look for the coin.
Okay. All right, number 1. Scariest Halloween costumes. I'm going...
Oh, I didn't do costumes.
Creatures.
Okay, cool.
I'm going with ghouls. Now, ghouls is open-ended. You know, people don't really know what a ghoul is, but I was thinking of back in the day when I would go to Party City, and in the very back corner, you'd go back there and you could see a wall of Scary Mask.
Yeah.
And you'd be like, that thing is scary as shit.
It's a ghoul.
I don't know what that is. That's a ghoul.
All right, my number 1, way better, the Grim Reaper. Nothing more scary than death. I'm not scared of death. But
yeah, but if I saw like a Grim Reaper costume or whatever, I ain't gonna be like freaking out.
This isn't a costume.
This is a real dude.
These are creatures. This is a real ghoul and a real Grim Reaper.
Okay, well, ghoul seems kind of scarier.
Okay.
He'd have blood all over his face.
Whatever. You just got such a vague definition of ghoul that you can say he's got whatever he wants.
Yeah.
He's got a crazy cool weapon.
Yeah. All right. I will go with a demon.
That was my number 2.
Demons are sketch.
Yep.
If this movie taught us anything, they're sketch.
My number 2, Slender Man. I don't know what it is about him, but he's sketch. You know, the 10-foot tall guy that's all skinny, and people were talking about him like 10 years ago for some reason.
What the hell's he?
I don't know, but all the teens were like, oh, Slender Man.
Is that from that movie?
He's got the all white out face and like a black tux, and he's like 12 feet tall.
Is that from that movie where the girl and that dude bang and they were getting kinky, and he has her like chained up, and then he dies? He has like a heart attack on top of her, and then she has to get out of there, and then she hallucinates.
I don't think so.
And I think she's in Slender Man.
I remember what you're talking about, but I've never seen Slender Man, but I remember that scene.
I'm pretty sure that she sees Slender Man, and that's where he's from.
Okay.
Anyways, I'm not that scared of him.
Should be.
I'm going to go with zombies.
Zombies, yeah, right.
Zombies,
like, not every grown man
dead
wants
man.
to be in a zombie apocalypse low-key.
Yeah, but if you saw one and he just walked in here right now and we didn't have a knife,
there's so many bad places to be in a zombie apocalypse that if it happened,
literally podcasting, it could be going on right this second.
You don't think we could do it?
He could walk in, it'd be Hudson. We think he's joking because he loves nightmares.
He'd get you.
He would get me for sure.
I might get out of there.
How would you get out right now?
I would run. I'd push him further on top of you. Then I'd lock the door and close it. I don't think zombies are good with door locks. I think that buy me some time. You're dead.
All right.
You're dead.
Okay.
You're a zombie. You and Hudson are
Not if
zombies.
I saw Hudson. If he walked in, the first thing I would
Push
do
him
is
to me.
push him into you.
It's survival of the fittest at that point.
Hey, man, this is
I would try and help you until I saw him make contact with your skin. And then I'd like look at you and I'd be like, I'd be out.
Zombies are sketch.
All right, my number 3, Freddy Krueger.
Oh.
I think he's scarier than Jason, Michael, all those like classics because he catches you in your dreams.
Yeah, that's sketch.
That sucks.
Unless
You
you're
can't
Hudson.
sleep. Yeah, true.
Hudson would be like, let's go.
Okay.
Let's go do this together.
Yeah, sure. Whatever. Nightmare. Count me in.
Okay. Now I get the game a little bit more.
Okay, well, we're almost over. We're almost done with it.
I will take Jason. Jason's a scary moth.
But I could go
If
to
he has
Wisconsin.
a chainsaw,
I could move to Alaska and get away from Jason. At some point, he
but
would
what
just
if
be like,
he has you trapped in a cabin in the middle of the night?
yeah.
That's when you're screwed.
You'd have to, like, cut my brake lines.
He normally comes to you when you're camping.
He could do the most minuscule thing to my car
And
to
you'd
make
be
it
dead.
not run, and I'd be ruined.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
just unplug one of the little things that go in the battery, and I'd be
Undoes,
like, there's no way to fix this. Hello, AAA?
Yeah.
It'd be funny if you called AAA out there and then Jason got him.
That's a good one.
I mean, how douche would you be? All right, my next one, and it's kind of on the list of ghoul. I'm going to get some backlash, but I shouldn't. Monster.
That's way worse than
There's a
ghoul.
lot of monsters out there. I don't know what a damn ghoul is.
Name a monster that you couldn't give a specific name to.
Scary one. I don't know. Name
What
a
does he look
ghoul.
like? What does he look
I
like?
don't know what a ghoul looks like. He's
a
big.
ghoul is like a guy with a bloody face. Look
All right,
up
I won't
Scary
take
Mask.
monster. I won't take monster. I'll go ghost.
Ghost is a good one.
I mean, ghost. Don't want to see him.
Yeah.
Don't want to be aware of that part.
Porcelain doll / puppet.
Like an Annabelle.
Yeah, like an Annabelle and
Yeah.
/
It's a very specific
Howdy
type of
Doody
porcelain doll.
puppet.
Oh yeah.
That'll get you.
Yeah.
That'll get
Thanks a lot, Mimo. All right, I'll go with vampire.
What is the least scary type
Frankenstein.
of scary thing? Frankenstein.
I think Frankenstein is more of like a big friendly bear.
Yeah, but imagine if he was
I'm sure he's
7
just as
feet
tall as I bet he's taller than
jacked
that.
as shit, and he walked in here and he did not look happy, and like he wanted to rip
Oh, he'd crush your skull.
So he probably would be.
And then
pretty
I'd
scary.
push him further into you. I'd lock the door.
I think the least supposed to be scary thing is a mummy.
Mummies are lame.
They don't scare me at all. Imagine how little that guy is when he's been shriveled up and sucked into that thing. And then
Werewolves.
he wakes up. Werewolf would eat the shit out of you.
Yeah, but I would be like, you're just a wolf. And he'd be
Mummy,
like,
I
dude,
don't
I'm
even
a
understand.
werewolf. And I'd be like, you're a dog. And then he'd get all whiny.
Yeah. But I don't even understand the scariness
What's
of the mummy.
that? Into the Shadows?
That's hilarious.
When they're
Werewolves,
roasting the
not
werewolves.
swearwolves.
We're werewolves, not swearwolves.
Don't say that.
But yeah, so I think that's the end of mine. Some unsung heroes. I wrote Pinhead on there just to put
to
up
please
space. Werewolves was my last
Oh, you
one.
know what's a good one? That demon from this movie we just saw. What was his name again?
Yeah, what's wrong? What's wrong with you? All right, and then Headless Horseman, but I don't find him too scary either.
I think you freaking would.
I'd be like, your head's in your coat,
It's been in the coat the whole time.
and then he'd like have to keep taking off clothes, and I'd be like, I see it. And he'd like, there's no head.
Oh, I get it.
Yeah,
Like you trick him into thinking that you don't think he's real.
bro, I see your head.
It's
Great
in your
costume.
coat.
It's not a costume. I'm the Headless Horseman. He
I'm
probably just killed me.
headless as shit.
Yeah, but all right, that's it.
A giant skeleton.
Giant
if that thing
skeleton.
in my yard came to life,
Pretty scary.
you'd be pretty scared.
Yeah, but also they got no ligaments or anything, so I don't know how that works for.
Guy with a chainsaw? Just a guy with a chainsaw?
That might be one of the scarier things.
That is scary.
Yeah.
Gets you at the end of every single haunted house. You know it's coming.
Pair of overalls,
Where's
blood
the guy
covered.
with the chainsaw?
Yeah. Chainsaw Massacre.
That's a good
I
one.
saw one of those. Is it? I don't think any of these movies are good. I gotta check my ratings for these next couple, but
You made us do this,
it's Fright Night.
but you don't even like it.
I know. I hate it. But it's Fright Night, baby. All right.
Oh, man. Adios.
Movie night.
Yeah, great damn job.
The hell did that?
You had to move. I saw when you started moving the microphone.
Movie night. Movie night. Movie night. Ain't no doubt we about.
Your fault.
You did it. Yeah, but that time it was.